there, my name is Tori Richardson and I'm going to be reviewing a piece located here at the Crystal Bridges Museum of Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. The title of my piece is, ironically, Untitled and was created by Felix Gonzalez Torres, a Cuban-born American who lived from 1957 to 1996. The piece, Untitled, has been one of recent fascination. The piece itself is assembled of candies arranged on the floor in the shape of a rectangle. It is one of the few interactive pieces in this museum, which means that I can do this.
Untitled is a commemoration to Felix's partner and lover, Ross Laycock, who had passed away from AIDS. He meant for the candies to represent Ross's body, which continually wasted away before his eyes. However, by replenishing the pile of candy each night, Felix found a way to immortalize his lover in memory. Felix gained fame after he moved to New York City and joined the artist collaboration Group Material, which focused on community education and cultural activism. While working with this group, Felix made many pieces made of modern objects such as light bulbs, paper, puzzle pieces, and candy. He evoked themes such as life, love, sickness, rejuvenation, and sexuality. Untitled brings out many motifs and themes for such a simple sculpture. Felix utilized the conceptual art to represent something completely different. He also used minimalism to capture the more pure elements of his theme with the least amount of embellishments. The sculpture rests flat on the floor in a rectangular pattern. The medium consists of chewy candies wrapped in cellophane. Ultimately, the pattern is a two-dimensional rectangular shape. The candies in Untitled have a bright green hue, which could have been chosen to represent the life in Ross Laycock. The most applicable methodology to interpret Untitled would be deconstruction, as Felix's ultimate goal for his work was to leave the absolute meaning up to his viewers. Obviously, the portrait was for Ross Laycock, but what was meant by the candy, or the shape, or the hues of the candy? The portrait is obviously meant to represent Laycock's body as it wastes away with each piece of candy taken. The use of candy could personify his personality, such as sweet or hard on the outside but soft on the inside. The number of candies could vary in meaning, being how much Ross meant to Felix or even how much Ross weighed. The color choice of green could represent flourishing life and body to compensate for the sickness and decrement of Ross's actual body. But the choice to make the piece interactive is the focal meaning of Felix's intent. As viewers take a candy, the pile diminishes over time, much like Laycock's body to AIDS. But every day more pieces are added to return the piece to its original glory. This could be a symbol of rebirth or immortality in Felix's mind, which is the only thing the artist could offer his late lover. As we look closer at the piece, we can dive deeper into the use of a minimalist style. Minimalism is the use of the piece and its components more than the artist's role in order to portray the meaning of the work. Gonzalez Torres fits this style, as you cannot see his skill or a personal touch in his work. The medium speaks for itself. Conceptualism is another art concept that is seen in Felix's work. Conceptualism takes minimalism a step further and eliminates even the object being represented, and uses only the idea or concept to interpret the meaning. Felix arranged his candies on the ground at random and let the pattern develop its own meaning. He did not want his candies to be what was represented, but the idea of Ross being forever remembered through the candies. I had originally chosen this piece for its simplicity, but as I discovered the various meanings it possessed, I realized it was actually much more complex. I think Felix offers a beautiful paradox by his continual replenishment of an eternally dying sculpture. This refilling of life is a symbol of hope that many people need in their lives in response to tragedy. We may feel like we're failures in life and may lose people we love, but Felix was able to eternalize the memory of what embodied Laycock. Though the monetary value of this piece may be little, the intrinsic and psychological value are apparent. It represents a man's life, death, and rebirth. Psychologically, this piece evokes hope, anguish, and sorrow, all mixed into one for the artist, and the thought of Ross Laycock living forever in the mind of Felix and his viewers is all he could ever ask for.